Hey, what is up, YouTube? How are you guys? Now, this is not going to be my normal vlog. It might have been normal a couple months ago, but this has been quite a long couple months for me. A lot has been going on, and if you haven't noticed, if you're new to this channel or haven't really picked up on what I'm doing, I'm an ultra runner. I run marathons and distances beyond that, 50-mile races, and I have a 24-hour trail race in 8 days and a wake up. 8 days and 1 wake up. There's a lot to prepare. This isn't your normal 5K or even a marathon. This is running for 24 hours on a trail. Yeah, it's gonna be a long time. So there's a lot of things that have to take place. I'm gonna go through some of the things that I need to prepare. I wouldn't say I'm probably the most seasoned veteran, but I have ran many a 30-milers, many a marathons, and this 250-milers on trails, and this will be my first 24-hour race. This is for me and for you guys who are first-timers out there. All right, the most important piece of gear for me, next to, well, that's not gear. I was gonna say water, but that's not gear, is shoes. I just got my brand new Wave Inspire, Mizuno Wave Inspires. I run in predominantly Mizuno shoes. They fit my feet correctly, and for those of you who are runners, you can't just go and buy shoes off the rack. You will, if you don't choose the right shoe, you could get lucky, but if you do not choose the right shoe, you can have knee, hip problems, and have a lot of soreness that you don't need to have. Make sure you go to a real running store, and get a gait analysis and a foot strike analysis and all that. Get your foot fitted for the correct shoe for you. Very important. Next, I will be, and if you guys have seen, I've done a review on this. This is my Scott Jurek Ultimate Direction 2.0 vest. The bottles go in the front. This is going to be an integral piece when my arms are getting tired and I need to vlog, and I just need to have things to carry. So my bottles will fit in here. I have my bottles that will fit in there. Got the little nipple on top that pops in and out. I also have my go-to. These are my these boys have seen some miles. My Nathan handhelds. Yes, I will run with 2 of them. I have 2 of them, 1 in each hand, filled. People think that will kill you. I run with it so often I don't even notice anymore. I'm used to carrying stuff, so when I don't have to carry it, it's kind of like I don't know what to do with my hands. Kind of think, what do I do with my hands? I'm like Ricky Bobby, with my hands kind of popping up out of the bottom. So I have both. You have to be prepared to your mind's going to go through so many different things. You're going to need to be able to switch it up. I'm sure I'm going to get irritated with the vest at some point. I'm going to be irritated with everything at some point, but I want to be able to switch things up, because even the most minor changes in ultramarathons mean the world. They just give you new life. Changing socks and shoes. So I got shoes, other pairs of shoes, and my North Face trail running shoes. The boys have seen some mileage too, but if you look down, I got all my pairs of shoes, many miles on these. These are mostly retired shoes, so I don't have, but I definitely have 6 miles in them. So if I need to switch up for a lap, the lap's gonna be 6.25 miles. I can do that. I can't even express how good it feels to change your shoes and socks. It is like new life after you've been running for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I'm going to be changing shoes. That's going to be an option. I'm going to be changing clothes, shirts, the salt buildup after sweating, creating chafing. Whoa, throwing the lube around, huh? Lube on all of your bits and parts. It's self-explanatory, people. You got to lube the parts that touch and the parts that rub and swing and swang on everything. So you got to keep it lubed up, or you will bleed and you will heal and you will stick and it will rip and it will hurt. Just trust me, you don't want to ever have that. I have a lot of my mixes, my electrolyte, sodium electrolyte mixes to help keep that in balance. I got my S caps for that, electrolytes and sodium. Usually pop 1 or 2 of these every hour or so, just to make sure I'm keeping everything intact, because if I start to get low on sodium or electrolytes, my body will stop absorbing water, and I can get all kinds of other issues. Last year I was just on a routine like 17-mile run, and which was not hard at all. It wasn't even necessarily a hot day, and I was running with a buddy, and I just wasn't feeling good. And I didn't drink what I normally did because I don't always fully drink like I would in a race. And I got back and I went to shower, and I got out of the shower and I went to urinate, and I peed blood. It was extremely scary. I was extremely dehydrated and didn't even really notice. It's something that can sneak up on you, and it's extremely dangerous. So you need to keep hydrated. So my hydration plan is going to be one that I always have in races. I don't ever have a problem with races and hydration. I drink plenty of water, but you have to stay on top of it. Your stomach's going to go up and down. You're going to feel sick, and you're not going to drink. You're not going to want to eat. You're going to get palate fatigue and taste. That's why I got this kind of plain drink, a mix. This is sorry, I'm going to go ahead and show you. So people are like, what's in the bag? What's in the bag? I use this for the JFK 50. This is Tailwind Nutrition. Good stuff. Ran probably a marathon of the race, probably 20-something miles on strictly Tailwind, and it worked really well. But your body starts to go through changes, and that's not always going to work. It's not always work just to eat the same things. You got to be able to change up. I do things like eating Cliff Bars. Sports beans. I can take some of these sometimes, but the sugar starts to give you sick stomach, and that's just me. We're all experiment of one. I've talked to you before in these vlogs. What do I got in here? What do I got in my box of goodies? I have my plan for nutrition, my plan for hydration, for my shoes, my vests, my bottles. Now, for the part that I'm going to be putting on myself that a lot of those people are not going to be doing out there, which is vlogging. I gotta have, I'm gonna have my GoPro. I only have one battery, so I'm gonna have to pick up another battery. I think I have a buddy who has some extra stuff, maybe another GoPro. I have a battery with a converter that I used when I went camping. You saw I was keeping everything charged up in camping. I have a deep cell battery I use for the boat. I got to deal with the logistics of that. And at first, I'm sure I'm going to be fine with vlogging and talking about it, but I'm sure there's going to be points where I'm just saying, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. It's annoying. I don't want to film. I don't want to talk. But that's one time I'm going to fight it, and I'm going to record this because I want to kind of genuinely show people what you go through out there, that this is possible. I am nothing special. I'm an ordinary guy. I am not any kind of super athlete. I'm just somebody who has the mental strength to push through, and I've trained a lot. I got a lot of miles under my belt, but I also have slacked off a lot of the last 2 months. I have not run anywhere near what I was planning on doing for the last 2 months. So I'm counting on my base to really carry me through, and my mental toughness and my experience to kind of carry me through the rest and for this 24-hour period. So we're going to see how that plays out. I know this happens to a lot of people. I'm not somebody who gets trained full-time. I'm a dad. I'm a father of 4 and a husband that works full-time. I vlog, and so it doesn't leave a lot of time. I'm a Boy Scout leader, and I coach baseball. So you know what? Life is life, and I can't just wait for it to all be over and I'm retired and to be able to do these things. I'll be too old. I got to worry about gear. I got to worry about hydration, keeping myself everything in balance. The mental aspect I need to always remember, and those of you who run, you need to stay positive. You need to understand that you're going to feel bad, especially in these longer distances. It's going to happen. You're going to feel bad. But what separates people who run ultras and marathons from the other people is you know that you're going to feel bad and that you push through it. You have to be able to push through it because it's going to go away. The bad will go away, and it will come back. You're going to be sore. You just got to learn to understand it and cope with that and just embrace it. You're going to be in a pain cave. I will be in a pain cave. And it's funny. You're going to be watching me and you're going to be like, why is he doing this to himself? I enjoy the battle. I enjoy the mental battle, the physical battle, and the overcoming, because there's nothing like finishing a race like that. When I finish 50-mile races, the feeling of euphoria that when you cross that finish line, you did something that so few people on this earth have done and would even attempt to do. I have a lot of mental preparation. Backup watches. I have this watch. I have this watch. I have a Sunto. I have this one. This guy right here, this 410305, which has been my go-to guy for years. It is quality. I've had this thing for probably 6 years. It's never let me down. Battery life only lasts probably about 11, 12 hours now. This one should last about 50. The Sunto 2. So I have that, and that one should be fun. The other aspect, support. Now, I can't expect anyone to come out there. My wife has always been my crew, and I've had other friends, really, really good people who have paced me And I love them for what they did, because to do that for someone is like being an angel. It really is. You help mentally get those people through this. Now I'm going to have people come and go, but what's going to help me is a 6.25 mile loop broken into aid stations at 3 miles is going to help break it up. So the mental aspect is not going to be as much, because you can always go another 3 miles. You can always push. I've been in races where there was 9 miles out over a mountain. You're by yourself, no brakes, aid station, then 9 miles back. So it's like one aid station and 18 miles. And you had to carry everything. That's tough. It's tough. And you're climbing, and you get out there, and there's, scat from animals that are meat eaters, and that gets kind of scary. So I'm not going to have that issue. I'm not going to have that issue this time. I'm going to have to run it dark. I got headlamps to worry about, batteries I got to worry about. So there's a lot of logistics. My approach to this is I'm going to have fun with it. I'm just going to go out and enjoy the scenery. I'm going to enjoy the people. Runners are extremely, especially ultra runners, are extremely nice, talkative, supportive, amazing people. When you're out there, you see all kinds of people from old to young, heavier to skinny, all different types from all different backgrounds, and it is amazing to talk to these people while you're out there. You make friends while you're out there, and then you may never talk to them again, but you're friends when you're out there, because you're kind of in a battle together. We're not battling each other. We're battling the course, and we're battling our minds. We're battling the elements and the distance, and that's what it's all about. If you guys have any questions, I'm probably going to do a Q&A about running and ultra running, because I know some people have questions out there. I see a lot of dads and moms out there that are trying to get in shape, and I've been through that. I was heavy, lost weight. I've talked about it before. I'm not going to go into it now, but if you have questions about running, about shoes, about equipment, I'm going to be running in Injinji socks, the little toe socks. They go on your feet. I'm going to be running in those, and I'm going to be switching those up, because those are brilliant. They protect your toes. Any debris gets in there, keeps your toes separate. There's no running, there's no blisters. I don't really get blisters anyways. There's just so much. So if you guys have any questions, please comment below and let me know. And I'm going to be doing a Q&A before the race, and I'll answer those questions. Maybe I'll do a hangout and have people come on and answer questions. I don't know if that'll happen. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry if the lighting's poor in this. I just got back. We had baseball games tonight, and I just didn't have time to do a whole elaborate setup with the other camera. And plus, I need to look up. I'm getting orange in some of the video when I film with the DSLR. I'm just not good at it. I'm not good. Guys, man, this is going to be amazing. It's just going to be amazing. And I hope you guys are excited. I'm happy that I'm going to get to vlog this, and I'm going to get to show you what it's like to put your body through this. And I'm going to film it. It's going to be funny. I'm going to have my ups and downs, man. There's probably going to be tears. There's going to be my really low lows where I'm wanting to quit. And I'm going to talk to you guys through that. And I'm going to talk to you how I'm feeling, the pain. I'm going to talk all that through with you guys on the camera. And so it's going to be cool. And I'm actually going to be able to enjoy seeing that, because I experience it, but you forget a lot of this. When you cross that finish line, you forget a lot. And that's probably the only reason you really come back and do something like that to yourself, because you tend to forget the low points. You remember the high points. And that's the way life should be. It's a good metaphor for life. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. It's a big part of my life, and I hope you will enjoy this. I hope you will enjoy this journey with me, and it's going to be awesome, man. I appreciate it. And as always, until next time, later.